all of that to match with
Is that an ice cream truck?
PS5. It is, yeah. I was wondering if you'd hear that.
It's December. What the fuck? You guys are weird over there in England.
That's a good point.
Why do you love PES? Why do I love PES? Why is PES such a beautiful masterpiece of a game? Especially like the PlayStation 2 era PESs. What the fuck is that?
So also, he's massive. He's he's giant. His shoulders are huge.
Oh, okay, that massive.
You're listening to Board with Nelly.
I don't have like a professional intro. I keep saying that, and I actually do have a nice intro now, but Bilal Zafar, is that how you say your name?
Yeah.
I said it right.
Zafar.
Zafar?
Yeah.
Zafar. Okay, cool. You do PES streams, you're a comedian, you're an actor. First of all, thank you for being on such a small show. This is an honor for us to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
How did this come about? How did you become a full-time PES manager on Twitch?
Oh, well, it happened because of lockdown, really, because my job was, I don't really do that much acting like that. I mean, that works hard to get anyway, but I do stand-up as my main thing. That's my main income and everything, and I had all these plans for this year. And then around, I guess like late April, it all just, everything had to be cancelled overnight pretty much. So I had nothing to do, which was, I was probably having like panic attacks at the start and everything. But then I thought about, I looked at Twitch before and I thought about it, but I just didn't think I'd have the confidence because I don't usually do stuff like, I don't really film myself and do little Instagram videos like people do. And that I don't usually like that sort of thing. And I thought that's what Twitch was like. So I just thought I couldn't. And then I spoke to a friend of mine, Limmy. Do you know him?
No, I don't know Limmy.
He's a massive streamer here. He's got very niche kind of weird humor. You'd love him. But he's massive on Twitch. And he basically decided to retire from everything else he was doing and just do Twitch.
Full time.
And I messaged him. Yeah. But he's massive as well, I'm sure he does very well on there. I messaged him about it and he said, he said, dive in head first. Like, don't like tiptoe in, just like sort of go for it. So I followed that advice and I started by just playing. I just did like casual streams where I was playing, I think like Portal 2 was the first game I played, which was fine, but I felt like it was a bit boring. Just even though that's the majority of Twitch, I felt like it was a bit boring me just sitting there and talking and playing. So then I just had the idea of like, so you said you're a PES fan, right?
Yeah, from like the early days. I haven't played as much lately, but yeah.
I was the same. So yes, PES 5 was my favorite game when I was like 13, I think. And I just had the idea that if you're on screen and you're playing a game, then it makes sense to be a character in the game kind of thing. And whenever you play any football game, or I don't know, I'm guessing most sports games, you imagine you are the manager of the club. That's what you're doing, basically. So I thought me being the manager and doing all my stupid humor would, that's fine. But I honestly thought it had been done before. I thought like, I'm sure loads of guys are doing this a lot better with higher budgets. And then it turns out that like no one.
you don't know how unoriginal like the FIFA and PES community really is until you start living in that world. Like it's most people playing like FIFA and opening packs and like there's like the creativity is like there's like 4 creators I know that can actually make somewhat either comedy or like really well edited content, and then everyone else is opening packs and streaming their like weekend league gameplay, which is I don't know.
I understand it though because I'm coming at it as a comedian. That's been my job for a little while now. So it's like I'm always going to try and put a show on. Whereas that's not what Twitch is. Twitch is just gaming and talking. So, I understand it.
I mean, there's levels to that, right? I mean, I also think you're obviously a football fan, right? You would say I'm a football fan as well, but at the same time, I like making random, stupid, funny videos. Like to me, football was more of an avenue to make these like creative, stupid humor videos, which were honestly like cringe at the beginning. Obviously, every person makes cringe videos, but like it gets better over time, and like you find a groove, and then eventually you start thinking you've actually made something that you like to show other people. Before it was like, I want to put this to the side and never, like, I want no one to look at this, right? But now it's like, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I guess it's different when you're so what were you making? Like little comedy videos that you'd upload to YouTube or whatever?
Well, I started out doing generic stuff like anyone did. Like I would do FIFA series, like Road to Glories, and then like that kind of got boring, so I started doing like weird stuff like I don't know, like there was if you remember back in the day, there was like those Hollywood PSA ads to like go vote or like climate change or whatever. Oh, yeah. And they had those really awkward like actors come in and say like, and I would come in out of nowhere like in frame, and I'd be like, please stop buying EA games. Like it would be a PSA, like I edited it together, it'd be a PSA to not buy EA games.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I don't know what to call that, but that's what I did.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah.
So did you think this PES thing would blow up as much as it did when you started doing it?
No, I had an aim to like, in my mind, I was going to do it for like 3 months max. And that was only, I wasn't streaming every day. It was like 3 times a week I was doing PES. And that's all I was doing at the time. I thought I'll do that. Yeah. Give it like 3 months. If I'm only ever getting like 10 viewers or whatever, then just leave it because there's no point. But then it, I wasn't like I said, I'm very lucky because I've got Limmy, who I mentioned before, is massive on there, and him just tweeting about me helped.
Huge.
And I found something that really helped me out was the clips, just cutting out little clips and sticking them on Twitter. That was massive for me. So the first time it kind of got big was I did a thing in a stream where I just improvised some nonsense where excuse me. You know in PES5 when a player goes off to international duty and it says summons to represent?
Yes. I remember
that happened for the first time. Yeah. Yeah. And I took that as he's gone off to fight in war. And then I improvised the whole thing where he eventually came back from war, and then I kept like kicking the ball out of play whenever he got it, like he's got PTSD, you know.
Yeah.
But that clip, like again, even with that, I thought that's my stupid humor, you know, whatever. But it's fun to edit it together, and that got like quite a lot of retweets. And then I noticed the next stream I did, I had a lot more people there.
Right.
So that it's been growing and great. Like I know I didn't expect it at all.
So someone told me to. Well, I'm really getting tired of FIFA in general. Like I haven't played FIFA too much, so I'm kind of just making like these random news video on the side. I'm working in my own project, so I'm kind of using it as an avenue to grow other things. But I was looking into making a PES video, and that's currently what I'm working on. I want to make it like a 25-minute, not documentary, like a love letter to PES, because that game to me was so influential. And someone said, "Hey, check this guy out. He's doing this like really unique stuff." I'm like, "Holy shit! Like this is awesome! Like some creativity like in the community was something like I didn't really see in a while." So to me, it was like, this is kind of brilliant. It's kind of simple. I'm sure you probably thought it was simple, but like, it's kind of has like a subtle brilliance to it because you're improvising. You are a comedian. You don't have too many places to really practice your craft. You have like 5 minutes on stage.
Yeah. And well, I guess I guess it's different with what was I going to say? I guess the thing you learn about streaming on Twitch compared to doing stuff on stage is you have to just trust your instincts, which is quite scary because I'm used to, because you know, stand-up can be quite brutal, really. Like if you don't get a laugh,
I imagine
that's that joke done. Yeah, you know. So it's like, but you don't have that with streaming. I mean, you have people saying ha ha ha, and
you never get a laugh. You never get a real laugh, actually.
No, exactly. So it's a completely different thing. It's like, and it took some time. Like when I first started, I did a couple of streams where I enjoyed it, and then I think like the third one I hated it. I just felt like this is stupid, and I don't know. I felt I was all like flustered and messing up my tech and stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to do it, and then but it's weird. It's like you have to adapt to it, and you
don't want to take it too seriously. You don't want to be like, oh man, tonight was a rough night on Twitch. Like I didn't really have a good show tonight. Like bro, come on, you're playing a video game on the internet. Like it's not that serious, right?
Yeah.
So other parts, you know, you're doing comedy. To me, I find it funny that I guess you never put the 2 and 2 together. Almost that like I said, you have such a little time to actually practice your stand-up, but you have this platform, Twitch, YouTube, where you can literally do anything. Like your worst ideas, your best ideas, run it. See what sticks.
I think it was my attitude, to be honest, with like social media and stuff, because I look at like people like that call themselves influencers. Like I don't really like that sort of thing. Gross. You know, the whole Fire Festival.
Disgusting.
And then you've got Instagram comedians who are guys doing. You know what I mean? So that's what I saw that as. And again, YouTube, where you've got, I don't know, Jake Paul and all of these people. That's what I saw YouTube as, which is silly, really, because I guess the mainstream is always going to be, kind of horrible,
Of course.
So I think I'd look down on it, to be honest. It's terrible. But I think I was thinking, like, I do stand up. That's most people are scared to do this. I was very
I'm
proud
terrified.
of that.
I would love to do it. I'm terrified.
You could do, if you really wanted.
Well, not now, but yeah. It's a little bit.
Yeah, but not right now, unfortunately. But yeah, but I think Twitch is different as well because it's live. Because there's that pressure of it, so it does feel a bit like you're doing a show. Especially, so there's times when I do the PES stuff and it's just mostly playing matches and just improvising team talks and whatever. But then I do ones where I've prepared a big thing, like we go out team building, and that means that, I don't know, all the players end up singing, and it's really weird. But like that takes a lot of prep, and then you have to execute it right. So there's a lot of pressure there. And then once you've done it, it feels like you've pulled it off, which is quite a bit like doing, a stand-up show.
Yeah, I understand.
Like I had, I don't know if you saw the one where I get into a fight with a player.
I might have missed that one.
Yeah.
Reenact it again for me in the full sequence.
I don't have it anymore, but it's basically me.
Oh no, I did see that.
You did see it, yes. So that whole episode, basically, one of our players keeps sort of mouthing off, keeps being rude to me, and then eventually it leads to a fight, and then we respect each other after that. Yeah. But it's like that was hard because it's just the whole thing of you've got to be thanking your subs and engaging with everyone, but also you are secretly doing a story.
Yeah, in character of two characters. Yeah.
Exactly. They don't know you're going to get into a fight, but you've got this whole thing planned. And I had makeup ready for like face paint because I was going to have a nose.
The fake blood.
Yeah. So that, I think that feeling is great. That, yeah. I don't know if I answered. I
you did
quite a lot, by the way. I don't know.
No, you're good. Did you do you think you have to keep? This is the big problem I have with kind of YouTube and Twitch is like you have to keep like upping the game to a point of like absurdity. Do you feel like once you've now pulled off this successful episode or whatever stream, the next one has to be better, or do you have to get more views the next? Do you have to are you thinking about these things or no?
A little bit, yeah. That is a bit of a thing sometimes when you do something that you feel is so good, you're like, I have to top it. So
super unhealthy. Like it's so tough to keep that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing that before when sort of lockdown around like May or whatever until I don't know. October, like September maybe. I was doing it roughly. I was doing every Friday. It was my team building stream where all the players go out and we do some sort of big, I do some sort of stupid story thing, and I'd always try and top it. But now I'm taking it easy because I've got other work, and it drives me crazy if I.
Last Christmas too. They're calling you back.
I'm in that film for like 20 seconds. I don't know.
I almost downloaded it. I almost did until I got to the trailer. Oh yeah, good. Yeah.
It will be on TV probably. If it will be on now.
I hope not. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I'm just messing with you. There's the one part though with I forgot the lady. She's like she pretends to be Yugoslavian in the movie, and I'm
Thompson, yeah.
And and then her accent was really. I'm like, damn. I was like this close to potentially legally downloading this. This close, and I'm like, man, I cannot.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I don't know why she chose to do that, but
to most people, and I would say 98% of people, no one would care. Like they would.
That's true.
John Malkovich Rounders. I would say that's a masterclass of film. Like his accent is one of the most horrific Russian accents you'll ever see in a movie. And
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god! Please, once you see it, I guarantee you're gonna find a way to work this into your stream.
I like bad accents though. I find them really funny.
Dude.
But that's interesting because, I guess do you know what country she's meant to be from in Last Christmas?
She's from Yugoslavia. That's a country that
Yugoslavia.
That's where I used to be from. That's where it's no longer a country. It's Serbia, Montenegro. Yeah, got split up.
So I wonder if she got away with it because there's not that many people. I mean, there probably is a lot of people from there.
My people don't care though. We're not like that. We don't.
We're
not. You're appropriating my culture. Like no. She's just the bad. Okay. We don't care, bro. Like we got bigger problems to worry about. Like we've got 25% unemployment. We're not thinking about Last Christmas voice actors. Yeah, so Hollywood career, wow, that's a good transition. Damn, I'm a professional host. Hollywood career, how's that going?
Oh, I don't really act much. It's funny that so it's quite cool. If you do stand up, you get to, I mean, I guess if you have a good agent or whatever, you get to audition for stuff, which is it's really nice. And not like every type of production, but like a lot of stuff, I don't know, they're just willing to see comedians, I guess. So like Last Christmas was good because the director Paul Feig, who did like Bridesmaids and stuff.
Yep. Another classic.
Yeah, he loves comedians.
Right.
So then I just went in, did an audition, and I got a film, worked with Emilia Clarke and Emma Thompson for a few days, which was nice. But it's not what I do really. I'm a comedian mainly. Like I always want to.
You're a normal person.
I always want. Yeah. I want stand up to be my main thing. Ideally, I'd like to stream, Twitch streaming and stand up, and then anything else is like a bonus. You know,
sure.
If I get an acting job, it's like, you know, or any TV stuff. But yeah, I don't really call myself an actor, but I know it's like online.
Yeah, I mean, just from research, I'm like, okay, this guy's not actually like full of himself as like this Hollywood dude. I'm like, thank God. Like,
oh no. Stand up is the thing. Like, I think I'm good at stand up, and that's what I obsess over. Which is, you know, I've not been able to do it for months and months.
It's a tough game. Some like people say like stand up to even get remotely, I would say decent. You have to be like 10 years in. Like you have to like before you start even being decent, you're like 10 years in. How long have you been stand up?
It takes a lot of time. So when I started in 2013, so about 7. What are we? Oh, almost 8 years. It's January 2013.
You're there. You're on the threshold. Then you're on the verge.
I'm almost there.
Yeah.
I felt like in like January this year, I felt like I went up a level. I think I was already decent at it. I think, you know, you have to be a bit good at it. I was making a living off it and stuff, but I felt like things had got a lot better suddenly, like my writing and stuff. And I and then everything locked down.
Sure.
So that was
kind of funny though. Like, like kind of like low key. That's kind of like, timing wise, it's kind of funny. Like, you know,
yeah. I mean, actually it's fine because if it wasn't for Twitch, like, cause if I didn't have like, this has been one of the best things ever for me.
I didn't want to say it, but like you've had like a great lockdown. Like you've had a great COVID. Because what's going to happen now is now that you have an established audience, everyone knows that you're a funny guy. You have creative content. You have a big following. When we come back, you say, "Hey, I have a show in Manchester this weekend." You have like 20,000, let's say, followers. If 100 of them are from Manchester, you have 100 people that are coming to the show.
Oh yeah, like,
that's
definitely.
Unreal.
It's definitely all gone up. Like all of that. Like So I'm going to do probably... Do you know the Edinburgh Fringe?
Yes.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah. It's like a comedy festival?
Yeah. Massive comedy festival. I usually
Lancaster,
do that.
what's his name? Netflix guy, Lancaster was on it. I forgot his name. He has a Netflix special. Is it Lancaster? Oh, man. He has a 4-part Netflix special. I forgot his name.
Oh, Acaster.
Acaster, yes. Sorry.
James Acaster.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a big thing over here. So, like... I guess I'll be able to see when I go back, or that'll be next August. If that's
hopefully, yeah, that's the dream.
Hopefully, if I go back, I'll see what my ticket sales and stuff are like. But it's boosted my profile like hugely and
raising the price of those tickets too. Just
yeah. But it's been really nice. It's like I can't believe it.
Right, that's awesome.
The way it's gone.
That's beautiful. Why PES? Let's talk about PES. Like, that's what people really want. That's what my audience, I think, wants. Why do you love PES? Why do I love PES? Why is PES such a beautiful masterpiece of a game? Especially, like, the PlayStation 2 era PES is.
So, I guess the gameplay was very good on it, firstly. Quite realistic. I actually found, when I first started streaming PES 5, obviously I hadn't played it since I was, a teenager. It was so much harder than I thought, because I've been playing FIFA. I basically switched from PES to FIFA in 2012 or something.
Oh, 13 for me. Yeah.
Do you do the same?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people did, And I found like doing like a through ball or a cross is really hard in PES 5. You have to time everything perfectly. So it's really frustrating at first. So I guess gameplay, the fact that it's kind of realistic is really good. And then all the customizable stuff, being able to... I think you can even make a team, can't you?
You can make
all
a
the
team,
kits.
register a player, make kits, make emblems, make logos. I think you're really gonna like my PES video when it's done in 3 years from now.
Oh, great! Yeah. I love it. Yeah, you can do all of that stuff. You can even the whole Master League thing, like Hampson and Castolo. It's just so funny. These like Dodo, the players they just made up that you love. Whereas I was talking to someone else about it. Whereas like FIFA, where they just try and make everything real, it's like that kills any imagination. There,
it's soulless. You know? It's soulless. Yeah, that's how I describe FIFA.
Yeah,
has no heart.
Yeah. But do you know that I play the newer PES now?
Yeah, I do know that, but I don't know how much of that you play. I know you played a lot of the old one, and I know you play some of the new one. I don't know what the ratio is.
Okay, so what happened is that the reason that I wanted to start the new PES mainly because as much as I love PES5, there was always a limit of what you could do on there with the story stuff. Because like if I won the Champions League in the league, there's nothing left to do. Whereas in the new PES, you can get an international management job. You can build up a youth team, which you can't do in PES. I think you can't even loan players out in PES5. Annoyingly,
you might be right. I'm currently playing PES6, but I don't know. I think you might be right.
Yeah, so it was so limited, and I thought I could keep going up to like PES6 and then the next one. But instead, what I did is that I actually got help from Konami, who moved my current squad into the new game.
No way.
They got someone else to do it. Yeah. So like Dodo and everyone, they've made them in PES 21.
That's high.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Some people use their stature to like get into places. Some people use it to like, talk to celebrities. You're like, boys, I need Dodo in PES 21.
Yeah.
Menanda in PES 21, please.
Yeah. So I had a whole stream where it was about. So basically, I ended the PES5 thing with a huge scandal where I nearly got sacked, and I made it seem like it was about to end. And then I did a thing where I had a meeting with Ivarov, and what did I do? I took, how I'm addicted to Bonjela. Do you know what Bonjela is, by the way?
I don't know what Bonjela is, but I know you're addicted to it. That's how much I've been following.
Yeah. It's for mouth ulcers. It's like the most harmless thing.
So random.
So there's a thing here. There's Olbas oil, which is you get these nasal inhaler things that just clear your, just like, And I did a stream where I was prescribed that to clear things up for me. And then I sniffed it and I did this weird thing where it sort of went through space and then it came and then Ivarov looked different because he was the new Ivarov and then everything was different. That was the whole.
I just imagined the nasal spray, like the little sound it makes, but like you do it every time and you cut to like someone else, like it goes off camera, you switch to like Castolo and all you hear is tss, tss.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking. Boss, everything okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. We're done.
It basically like that. Yeah. Which that took a lot of work. So now it's PES 21. But sorry. That I guess those are the main reasons I love PES 5. And also I guess I think I was about 13, and it's the first football game I really got into. So at that time, I think also I'm an Arsenal fan, and Henry was on the cover.
Oh, good time to be an Arsenal fan. Yeah, that was good. That was a good time.
Yeah. And what else? Yeah, I get. Also, it's that thing, isn't it? It's the nostalgic thing because that's like I say, it's the first one I properly got into. So then I played it so much, and I got really good at it. I was obsessed with it.
Same. Yeah. PES for the PlayStation 2. That was the first console I was able to afford. So we moved to Canada, and I think it took like about 2.5 years before like my brother was able to buy me a PlayStation 2. Like he just was, for my birthday, bought it. I was like, okay, sweet. And then he gave me a game. It was like Winning 11. It was still called Winning 11. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, all right. Like I didn't have anything to play. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. So I started playing this thing and I was like, okay, this is the best game ever made. Might not even be the best like football. This is the best game ever made.
Is that PES 5?
PES 5, yes, I believe it is. The one with Adriano on the cover is the one after PES 6.
That's PES 6. So is it called Winning 11 in like outside of Europe?
It's no longer called Winning 11. It used to be called Winning 11. Yeah, up until I forgot what year, but yeah. So
that's great, but it was the same. It was completely the same game.
Same game, and I remember playing it Master League, obviously, like thousands of hours into Master League easily. And then I got a network adapter, a PlayStation 2 network adapter. It was $100 to play online. I was like, all right. It was some of the most tragic gameplay like known to man. Like it's playing literally on Konami PES servers in Canada. Can you imagine how many people play PES in Canada? Or winning 11 in Canada. It's like me and 4 dudes.
Was it fast? Did it work smoothly?
Okay, I don't like my memory could be questionable here, but like it was so intense and satisfying, but also like a pure rage fest because you would have connection drops or you might have like a game where it's completely unplayable. But my pinnacle of PES, like my peak of my PES career was, I remember to this day, it was playing in some guy named Fonzie on the North American servers. And I remember seeing this guy in the ladders all the time. And like, to my stupid child brain, I was like, oh my God, I'm playing like a celebrity here. Like this guy's like, he's like top 5 in the world. And my friend is in my house, we're like playing and it just like, it goes, we were having a good time. And it just goes silent. So he sits next to me like he's my manager and he's like writing notes down. And I'm playing this guy in one-on-one and it's like, it was a back and forth game. I think I ended up beating him 2-1. My friend can vouch, I swear. And to me, I just felt like, all right, this is I'm done. I've completed it. I've beat PES. I can't do anything. I've beaten Master League 30 times. I've been like a world-class player. I got to put the controller down, retire from the game. You know that Xavi meme when he walks away from the pitch?
Yeah. Well, was that the last time you ever played?
No. That wasn't the last time I played. I continued playing PES until 2013, and then Ultimate Team kind of got me.
Yeah. Oh, so it wasn't. I wasn't attracted to Ultimate Team. It's just PES. I think 11 maybe or 12 was just really bad. Like it was so unrealistic. The shots and the way the ball would curl in it just got really bad, and the way the players moved.
Yeah.
So I thought I need to play a football game. So I moved over to FIFA.
But even today, if you go back and play PES like 5 and 6, and you play today's PES, the shooting for some reason is so completely. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Shooting in the old PESs has such a nice weight to it, where in today's PES, to me at least, maybe you disagree, but it has like, it's almost like a cutscene. Like it doesn't feel like I have the full, I don't know how to explain it. The shooting feels off in modern PES.
Yeah, it could be better, definitely. I do think it's a lot better than FIFA though. Like, I realized so I don't usually tell people that right now on the Master League in PES 21, I put the difficulty at professional, which is the one up from regular, so really not that hard. But it's not that easy. And I played a friend at FIFA a couple of weeks ago and completely destroyed him.
Right.
Because it's so easy. Like the whole throwing the through balls and like the little chipped passes.
Auto assisted. Everything is auto assisted.
It's so stupid. Like it's ridiculous. And then I came back and I streamed PES and I think we lost like 3 games in a row last time I played. And it was so hard. Like, yeah.
Do you remember this in your childhood as well? Do you also remember this happening in your childhood when you played PES at home and then you went to your friend's house and played FIFA? Do you always remember crushing them? I always remember, like, you guys are playing like a child's game. You guys are playing with a toy here.
Yeah, shooting, I remember, was really easy in the old FIFAs as well.
Right.
Like, you could just smash it into the top corner, whereas in PES, it's... Yeah. No, I agree. Same thing, yeah. It's always been easy, hasn't it, FIFA?
Yeah, and then they would come over and play PES, and like it'd be like 6-0 at halftime for me, and they'd be like, "This game's gay, bro. Like, why would you play this?" I'm like, come on. And then they would never touch it. Yeah, like that was my experience with like everyone here plays FIFA. Like Canada is FIFA. PES, Europe, of course. Like it's huge there, right?
I mean, FIFA's still the main thing here. You know, it's still massively bigger. But I'm excited for next year when you know about PES 22.
New engine.
Redoing the whole
We're all praying, my guy. Everyone here is. I've literally every night by my bed, I just go like this. I'm like, please, Konami, end EA's reign of terror. Like, please.
I'm looking forward to that, and I hope that I can keep doing this manager stuff. When the new one's out, that'll be really exciting.
Would you love for them to give you a little avatar? Would that be like life complete?
What do you mean an avatar?
Like they give you a manager avatar in the game that looks just like you, and
they've done it in my one.
They have?
Yeah, have you not seen?
No, I must have missed that. Fuck.
But it's really, to be honest, there's a lot. Because I've been uploading so much, there's a lot to look through. So they hooked me up with someone who made me the manager in the game. But it looks. Can I actually show you here?
Yeah, if you can, go for it. Share a screen. close your porn tabs.
Yeah, I'll see if I can just send you a link. Yeah, so they made me in the game, but it looks terrible. Like, it looks a bit like me, but it's terrible. So I was gonna tell them, oh, here's one.
Please.
I'll just I'll just send you this. Where's it gone? That's just a tweet with the photo.
What the fuck is that?
So also, he's massive. He's he's giant. His shoulders are huge.
Oh, okay, that massive.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
his face is, but his nose is like that size. Like, it comes out like so much. And I was gonna tell them to change it because I was like, this doesn't. But it made me laugh so much because there's these cutscenes where your manager's like meeting the players for the first time, and it looked so funny. So we've kept my weird manager.
That's so good. It's become it's become a meme now. It's a PES meme. You're in PES meme culture now forever.
Well, hopefully next time they'll do it a bit better.
They'll bring you in for the green screen shoots and everything.
Yeah. I do have a relationship. I've been talking to them about stuff, which is really nice.
That's awesome.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, what are the bigger plans for the series, I guess? Are you worried that you will run out of ideas? Are you worried that, you have to keep, like I said, making new content? Like, you're streaming, 5 times a week now?
Oh, I'm doing, like 6 days a week, but only PES is like 2 or 3 times a week usually. And then I just, I've been playing Hitman 2 a lot.
I saw that. Yeah.
A lot of fun, yeah.
A lot of good memes in that. A lot of good memes.
Oh, yeah. It's great, yeah. I don't know. Like, it's hard to say because when stuff's back to normal, it depends how busy I am. Like, already, I'm trying to write a script for something now, and it might be nothing, but even that takes up so much time, and I don't have the free time I had at the start of lockdown. So I don't know. I guess I'd like to keep going with it. I do love doing it. Maybe I'd probably scale back how many streams I do. Like, eventually, if I got very busy, it could just be one very long PES stream, per week. Because now I tend to do about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours max.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. At the start, it was an hour and a half. I mean, for Twitch, people tend to do 4 hours, don't they?
Or 8, but it depends on the content. Like, if you're just sitting on FIFA menus and opening packs, that's not hard content. You know what I mean? Like, if you're doing Castolo, Menenda, and Ordaz, whatever, that's a shift.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think maybe, eventually it might be that I do one maybe a 4-hour PES thing where I have loads of stuff planned. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe you find some help, to lower the workload for editing. That would probably be the savior for you.
I have thought of that already, because what I do is I stick the 2-minute clips up on Twitter, and I used to do it after every stream. I used to cut out 2 2-minute clips of just stuff I thought that was funny. And I'd schedule them on Twitter, and they'd upload the next couple of days.
Sure.
And so I was putting out so much stuff. So I gained over 10,000 Twitter followers.
Holy shit. Awesome.
Yeah, quick. But now I can't keep up that level of work,
Right. I think there's a way to do it on are you doing this on YouTube and Instagram as well, or no?
Yeah.
There's one program that's a one-click button, right? That kind of just shoots it all out in all those platforms, or no?
Oh, probably, but it's the actual editing is.
Oh, the editing is the hard part.
Yeah, that can take ages because you really want to. Also, I've emailed Twitter about. I'm trying to get them to let me do clips that are longer than 2 minutes 20.
You've emailed Twitter?
Got back. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
I don't know why it's such a funny premise.
Me emailing Twitter.
Dear Twitter, 2 minutes.
I did Twitter at hotmail.com. Can I please have?
They didn't respond.
Videos?
That's shocking. What the hell? God damn.
I've been trying for ages because 2 minutes 20 is where
Yeah, I can see that.
And then it's a bit of a pain because I want a longer version for YouTube and all of that.
What's the guys that owns Twitter? Jack something? Jack. Yeah.
I emailed Jack at twitter.com.
Jack's good looking at his email box. He's like, 1 million people are calling me censoring Trump and whatever. And then he's like, but Zafar Cakes wants a longer video. He's like, that nervous me. He's like,
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
I wanted to ask you what your thoughts are on FIFA, because you said you played from 13. I want to know what your opinion is coming from the PES community. I'm really excited about this.
Okay. Like I say, I think FIFA it's just very unrealistic. And it's frustrating the way that it's, like I say, so easy, and the way that like pace, like, so I've not played that much Ultimate Team.
You're specifically talking about offline FIFA, right? Just to make sure.
Well, there's both really. Okay, so if I talk about online, I've not played that much Ultimate Team, but I realized if I had like all the Premier League players, all I needed was Adama Traore, because he's so fast, and it just makes it so easy. And it was kind of the same in career mode generally. If you just get a very fast player, even if they're shit at everything else, you can kill another team. Whereas in PES now, even in the latest PES, you can't do that. I've signed some very fast players, but then they're not good at anything else. And that's a big difference. And also there is still in the new PES, there is that thing of through balls and crosses where you do have to time them right. It's not the same as PES 5. Whereas, yeah, like I say, man, when I went to my friend's house recently and I just completely destroyed him in FIFA, and I have not played it in ages, but I think I was, who was I? PSG, and I just kept taking the piss with all this stupid
high through ball, Mbappe, and every time it's a goal.
Mbappe, yeah, exactly. And the finessed shots as well, the curling, it's so easy. So yeah, my opinion on FIFA is I did enjoy it. I do, it's a lot of fun. I did enjoy career mode on FIFA a lot. Ultimate Team a little bit, but yeah, I do prefer PES. I'm not just saying that. I do prefer the new PES. I like the more realistic stuff. There's stuff that can be better in PES, definitely. But yeah.
That's interesting because it's like it's literally like 1% of what's wrong with FIFA. Like, I feel like you have virgin eyes and virgin ears. You don't really know the full scoop on FIFA and just the horrendous. Like,
go ahead.
Yeah, no. I made a 41-minute video that now has like almost 1 million views.
Is your thing to do with Ultimate Team though?
No. Well,
I don't know. Oh, okay.
Yes and no. It has to do with EA, Ultimate Team, the pro scene. It's the all-encompassing video with what's wrong with FIFA for the past, let's say, 2-3 years.
So what are the big ones?
Pay to win. A massive problem. Ultimate Team is basically an online casino at this point. So like, so here's a funny example that I think you can understand. So in football, we have clubs with $1 billion budget. We have financial fair play. We have all these things, right? Where, PSG obviously has a bigger budget than my Red Star Belgrade. So they can sign better players, have a better team. FIFA started out with like pretty reasonable, like it wasn't too pay to win, like there was still a decent skill gap. Now we've gotten to a point where a professional organization, let's say Man City, will sign a esports FIFA player, and they will give him a budget of £2,000 to invest in their virtual team. So they have a better team than other people competing in a virtual space.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sad.
In ironic, kind of funny ways, FIFA has done a fantastic job of replicating what real football is.
Yeah.
They are going to boast about the realism, and in some extent, they're kind of 100% right. They've actually created...
I mean, I've got a friend who's a streamer who spent about £1,000 on FIFA. He got early access to the new one.
The biggest guys stream...
I couldn't imagine.
That's nothing. That's like pennies on the dollar. The biggest guys that are... The top like 3 FIFA streamers, top, let's say 5... Mm-hmm. All of them spend between like 20 and 30,000 like pounds a year on the game. It's insane.
Does that problem not exist in PES?
So the way PES works is Konami has a similar system with packs, but they're like super generous. Like I have put $0 into PES this year, and I only played PES for like review purposes. I wanted to actually give it a chance because everyone's been asking me, hey man, can you just like review PES? So I did. $0 in the game, and my team looks like a 20,000 pound team in FIFA.
Okay.
So like PES or Konami fully understands that like the smaller player in the space, they have to be more generous with what they're giving. Ultimately, both of these things are a problem. I think we're working towards like getting rid of loot boxes. Here's the real gross part. The game is still PEGI 3. So children are playing a casino at 3 years old And like you have all these funny memes coming out where EA, like the spokesperson for EA says like, oh, it's just like Kinder Surprise. Like there's randomness in Kinder Surprises too. So FIFA's not like that. It's just
yeah.
So I don't know. To me, it's nice to see that like you don't really know what the real problems are. You're only like talking about gameplay. Gameplay is a big issue.
I mean, I'm not a massive gamer anyway, to be honest. Like I don't play a lot of games online. I'm more of a. It was too time consuming for me to get into gaming too much. So like the last big game I'd played was like The Witcher 3.
It's like a 90-hour game.
That's great. Yeah. But like I couldn't keep doing that because with stand up, because I'm self-employed, I make all my own work pretty much. So it's like I will just waste time on games. I'm not disciplined that well. Now gaming is my work as well, so it's changed.
Has it changed your perspective on like, are you enjoying it still, or has it become an actual job? Like, do you feel like it's a job?
Oh no. I only play stuff I enjoy. Even there's games that people like Watch Dogs Legion I started playing and people liked it, but I didn't really enjoy it, so I just got rid of it. I think you've got to enjoy it, otherwise there's no point. There are times with PES when it's frustrating.
Sure, PES has problems. I've even the review. PES has some serious problems, but I think FIFA and PES are very similar. It just depends which one you prefer and which one you kind of put more of your time in. If you started playing if you just gave up FIFA right now and put like 100 hours into PES, going back to FIFA is going to be a nightmare. Like you can only kind of pick one. You can't I can't play today. I play FIFA, tomorrow I play PES. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. And also in the new PES, you can still do the whole customizing kits. It's not as easy as it was in PES 5, but there is still that option. So like going into the new, so what I did was I changed all the teams' names in the new PES to the names they had in PES 5. So like in PES 5 they're called like Liverpool B. Oh, sorry, in PES 21 they're called Liverpool B in the new one.
Oh, really?
And I changed it to Merseyside Red.
Oh, classic. Yeah.
Merseyside Blue, all of that.
North
I did all
London.
of that to match up with.
Yep.
Pardon?
North London. What else is there? There's a bunch of I don't remember. There's some funny names.
So many. Yeah, there's loads. I did, yeah. So I did all that, and I changed the competition names as well. So I changed, I can't remember what they've called the Champions League in the new one, but I changed it back to UEFA Championship, UEFA Cup, all of that to match with.
Is that an ice cream truck?
PES 5. It is, yeah. I was wondering if you'd hear that.
It's December. What the fuck? You guys are weird over there in England.
That's a good point.
You might want to call somebody. That guy, that might not be selling ice cream.
Yeah. That's suspicious, isn't it?
It's funny that you're going back and editing names that were wrong when people are making like high definition mods for hyperrealism and like the nicest Nike kits where you can see the stitches on the jersey, and you're like, you know what? I just want Merseyside, baby. That's it. Just give me Merseyside.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's where that's where the fun is. Because you have the option in the new PES as well. Yeah, to do all of that, to load that file in, which will give you all the latest kits and stuff. But yeah, even changing names of stadiums, which just makes so fun.
Right. The level of customization in PES is kind of insane when you really think about it. And even looking back at a game that I'm trying to currently play and review, PES 2006 with Adriano. There were first of all, like I said, kits, badges, or logos, shorts. You can edit shorts, for fuck's sakes. What psychopath is editing shorts on PES 2006? You know what I mean? You had the penguins, the dinosaurs. You had unlockable camera angles.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Maybe write that down. That's Halloween special. I don't know. I'm writing. If you want to pay me, it's after the show or now. PayPal. I'm writing episodes for you. If you just like a parallel universe where Castolo is an ostrich.
Yeah, God, that was weird.
Yeah, well, Japanese,
that was so weird.
Japanese people sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that so much fun. Just, like the way you could sit there and just edit for so long, and like going into a new season, we've got a new kit.
It's these subtle things, like. I don't know, like I always go back to it and I say like the game has soul. I don't know how else to explain it, but FIFA to me has become so soulless because I know what's like hiding underneath it. It's like this casino that's Like, you know how much money Ultimate Team makes, right? Or no?
No.
They make $1.2 billion a year from Ultimate Team. One mode in one game. That's 70% of the company's revenue. Of EA. EA is one of the biggest publishers. Or you can look it up. Someone's going to fact check me. God damn it. But it's a lot of money. They make a lot of money.
God. Yeah, no, that sort of stuff, yeah, that sounds horrible.
Not a fan of that.
It just sounds like it's for kids as well, which, like, it shouldn't be because of the whole, like you said, but yeah, it's not for me.
This is what I wanted to ask you. This is kind of interesting. You picked a game where, in all honesty, has a much smaller audience than FIFA, but at the same time, it probably has a older audience, a more mature audience, I would say, like people that are retro fans, right? Like, and in a way, do you think you could have done this with FIFA or no? Like, do you think you should have tried that?
You know what? It's a good question. Like, this wasn't a tactical move by me, by the way. Like,
you don't say.
The reason, like, because it wasn't like I didn't like plan it all out. The reason it was PES5 and not a newer game is because I had I've got like a gaming laptop now, but I had a really old PC which wasn't for gaming. And I couldn't get any newer games to work, really. So I thought, okay, well, I used to love that game. And I managed to get hold of it, on PC. With FIFA, I guess there wouldn't be any other fun because, well, firstly, there's, it's all real players in FIFA, isn't it? I guess you get those region
you
ones.
can make characters. I think you can make
you
characters.
can, okay.
I think you can.
You can, but I wouldn't have made a whole squad, I don't think. I would have put that in. But just having Castolo and Dodo and everyone and just making them into characters, there's that. And then designing
episode.
like pardon?
A spin-off episode where you just start to stream playing FIFA and doing the same stuff you're doing, but you don't tell anyone.
Oh, that would be people would be so angry.
You're just doing accents and stuff, and they're like, "Bro, why are you playing FIFA?" Just the comments. Why are you playing FIFA?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess, in a way it's nice because, it's like a smaller community, Konami, like PES. So, like, for example, like Konami got in touch with me quite early on, which I don't think EA would have got in touch with me, would they? Because their level of stuff that's a whole other thing.
They don't care about the content you're making unless you're promoting, like, opening packs, to be honest. Like, for the most part.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I get that vibe as well. I guess it would have been, it would have been totally different. I don't think it would have been nearly as fun. Like even now, like even like kits. Like I love football kits, and the whole thing of like even in real life when your club has got a new shirt out for the season, it's really exciting. Or like a new third kit which is different. In FIFA, when you do career mode, it's the same. If you're Arsenal, for example, you've got the same kit for 10 years. Doesn't make,
unless, well, maybe you can mod it. I don't know. Maybe some weirdo.
Oh, can you? Okay, I've never done that. I'd only played it on PS4, which I don't know how you do those things.
Some guy in the comments. You already know it. Actually, you can customize kits if you have the right mod. I don't know if you guys know.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know about these things though, but but when I was doing PES when I did it in like, I was only doing what I know. Like it's different now. I get all this help from people. But it's a good question. I mean, I don't know. It could have been really different if I did FIFA.
I gave this a lot of thought actually, because you would have had, I think, a bigger audience, but I don't think you would have had as loyal of an audience, and I don't think, if we're being honest business-wise, I don't think you would have had as a profitable audience, because FIFA is one of the toughest places to make money per se, because it's a younger crowd. Obviously, understandably, kids don't have money to donate to streamers or become subs. So, like, even if you are averaging, I don't know, I know people that average like a couple hundred viewers, and they don't have more than like 100 subs on Twitch, which,
oh, wow.
I mean, I know a friend that does Mario who has 150 on average, and he has close to like 2,000-3,000 subs. So, it's like the opposite ends of spectrum, So
yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I've been told. Yeah, a streamer friend told me that I've got a good amount. Like if you look at my chat, it is like majority subs.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. Yeah, no, yeah, it's a really, it's a nice little niche kind of community, which I like. Because I generally don't have a desire to be like mainstream anyway. Like that. Like I always think the mainstream stuff tends to be kind of the worst, if you know what I mean. I always prefer stuff that isn't,
Of course,
kind
sure.
of the main thing. Yeah. So personally, I'm not trying to be the top Twitch streamer or anything like that. What was I going to say? Yeah, like even stuff like because I sell merch, which is really nice. So I've got a guy made like actual football shirts of our kit.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna pick one up after the show. Thanks for reminding me. Actually,
thanks. Yeah. They're great, and like, we've sold loads. But I think it's because they're not very expensive, and also it's just being part of the community thing. And I think you're right. I think if I was doing FIFA, I think those would, and also it's the type of humor I do and stuff is quite a specific weird thing I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and like you say, I don't want to I don't want to stream to kids anyway. It's not my stuff. It's for adults. Like I never want that.
You're saying sniffing these sprays and things is not for kids?
Yeah,
guys. Yeah, just if anyone's listening out there, please don't sniff anything. All right.
Yeah, but you have because you have like you have YouTubers who like are in their 20s and their audience are all like 8-year-olds.
Yeah, that ain't it. That's not it, Chief. That's just not it. It's just weird. It's just weird.
No, and I know people. There's people in the UK who are like Instagram people who also have that kind of thing. They do like family-friendly stuff, and not that you have to swear.
Sure.
Like, but they do that, and all their fans are like, children. And I think, well, that's not what I want adults that can buy a ticket to my show, basically.
Loki, it's kind of brilliant, kind of evil. No, I'm just kidding. No, that makes sense. I mean, you don't necessarily have a choice, and I'm not saying this if someone's actually like a younger viewer or something. I'm not saying you don't have to don't be a fan of mine. I'm happy anyone watches anything, right? But generally speaking, I'm making content in a certain way where I'm not thinking about restricting it for age or like I want to say some dirty stuff sometimes. Like that. Exactly. Is that a crime?
Yeah.
I think what you probably you haven't seen the other side of this thing, which is like having this loyal fan base is kind of awesome in the sense that when you do try to transition and let's say you say, hey guys, I don't have time for Twitch anymore. Like I'm going to do it only like once a week, whatever. But if you're interested, I'm working on a new show. I'm working on a new channel, a podcast. You'll have a good amount of those people come to you. Whereas like when you don't have that, it's really tough to transition to anything. And like a lack of options is the biggest. Like I think I've talked to a friend about this. Like switching on YouTube is one of the most difficult things you can possibly do when you have an established audience.
Right.
It's super hard.
Wait, you mean switching what you do on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've found that. So my PES streams are way more popular than my other streams. Pretty much whatever I'm doing. So there's that, But yeah, I feel really lucky, man, because like I say, I've been doing the stand-up stuff before this for a while. So it's like I already have. It's not like I don't feel like I'm going to run out of ideas. If you know what I mean, I always have stuff, and I'm comfortable streaming, and I enjoy it and everything. It's not like because I know some people who just start streaming out of nowhere find it quite hard to keep going and stuff. So I'm just right now I'm just very excited. I don't know what I want to happen with stuff. I'm just going to keep. I mean, personally, I'm trying to come up with the next thing that will be as big as PES.
What's the ceiling? What do you think? Have you ever thought about what the ceiling for this is? Like a PES show, a PES stand-up special? Like, what's the? Can that be done?
I've been asked to think about that by my agent and stuff. I mean, I don't know how it would work on TV because like as a show because you couldn't have actors playing the footballers.
Like an animated show, maybe?
Yeah, that's the only way. Maybe like plasticine or something.
Plasticine?
If it looked quite weird. Plasticine?
Play-Doh?
Like clay, Play-Doh, whatever, yeah.
Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah. That kind of... If it looked... But it'd have to look way worse than that.
That'd be funny.
Do you know what I mean? It has to look bad.
I'd love to see that. I guess
there's that. I thought about... The only way I'd do it live is if it was like a puppet show.
A puppet show?
I am the manager. I'm the manager, and all the players are like string, like I guess Pinocchio type.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm not confused because I don't know what you're saying. I just want to know where this goes.
It has to match that level of weirdness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was to ever be anything else, but I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's really hard to tell because like I upload everything to YouTube. I've got my subs and stuff are good on Twitch and everything, but my viewers are not what they used to be. Like I was getting like 600-700 in like July when it was proper lockdown. We've got our sort of second lockdown now, and I tend to get like 300, just over 300.
That's something I did want to ask you about, because I've noticed that as well. You've had this massive boom at the start, obviously. It was a new idea.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was on board. It was creative. And then maybe a bit of a lull phase, I want to say. Not being disrespectful, just saying, it went down a little bit.
Do
you have any thought about why that could be, or...
I think it's a mix of... It's part of it is probably that I stick it all on YouTube anyway, so it's like I don't have to watch it live. Because I still get the views on YouTube, and then also people are back to work and stuff.
You get views on Twitch though, no? You get like those after the stream. You get. Have you ever checked those?
Oh
those
are
pretty
loads.
Good.
Yeah, those as well. Yeah, those and YouTube. Yeah, I get those. But yeah, the live viewers are not the same. I do think though, like something that I'm excited about is that I feel like I'm not too worried about that drop in numbers. I feel like if more people know about me, the audience will grow. Because still, I'm not like a celebrity or anything here.
That's why he's here, folks. This is going to be the Joe Rogan experience.
Oh, is it? I think hopefully if I can get some stuff here, like I might be on television here soon doing something. It's kind of unconfirmed.
Wait. Please don't tell me they've got you as the resident BBC Muslim comedian. No. Please, God.
No. That's not me. No. There's something else that's really cool, actually.
Right. You can't talk about it?
I can tell you after, but I feel like
that's fine.
I might not even get it.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't have to. Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you want to? I don't want to give you the job of cutting it out.
So no, you can tell me later. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, sure.
That's the benefit of being me, folks. That's right. This job has...
But yeah, like if that happened, if I got a bit big off something, if I imagine you see a comedian you like on TV, and then you go on their Twitter and it's like, and their last tweet is "I'm on Twitch now," and then you can go and talk to them. That's something that I find quite exciting. So that if there's people that like me, they can. Because I've had the problem in the past actually, where in like 2016 I did really well. Like I got nominated for this award thing and all of this stuff. And then people were excited about me, and I had nothing else. Like I didn't even have a podcast. I had nothing to point them to. I only
check out my MySpace page. It's really
exactly. Yeah,
I've got some Rough Riders DMX playing in there if you want to.
Yeah,
yeah, I get it. No, it makes sense. You've kind of discovered. To be honest, you've discovered online like digital media in the last couple of years. Before that, it seems like you were living like a caveman or some stuff.
Well, I mean, I tried with it, but I think I just wasn't very good. Like, I guess you've got to find your way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not good at making short, random videos, but I'm good at a long form Twitch stream kind of thing.
You just got to find a way to be yourself, and in a way that like you're fully comfortable with what you're doing in your videos and whatever you're doing. And then it's kind of irrelevant if people don't like it, because there's always going to be people that do like it. Like, the people that do like it is the people you actually want to your channel, you want genuine fans, right? Like if someone says, this guy's not funny, great, go somewhere else. Whatever, I don't care, but the YouTube thing, I don't know if I can help you in any way. Like what are your bigger problems with YouTube? What's the growing on YouTube?
To be honest, I've not really tried. Right now I don't know what I would do. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do on YouTube because Twitch has taken up all my time.
Just a general breakdown of YouTube, just like how the system works. Long form. Excuse me, I'm gonna fill this water right now. I don't know if you guys pick up that sound.
That's great.
Instead of just like not talking about the sound that was gonna happen, I think like if I just point it out, it's gonna be a lot less awkward. YouTube long form videos. Yeah. Lots of watch time. Okay, so that's big. A thumbnail, obviously, and good title is 90% of the work on YouTube. Okay. You can make the best. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't want to say, you said it, not me. Okay, that's fair.
Well, no, but the reason is because I'm uploading maybe 3 of the, I could do it, but I've got 82, I've done 82 PES streams that are on YouTube. So I guess I could spend some time going back and changing. But also, I feel like if you're going to watch a full Twitch stream on YouTube, you already know what it is, surely?
If you're going to...
Do you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
not gonna watch it randomly. But then I've got clips. The clips I've made, I should do thumbnails for them.
100%. Hire someone to do it. Pay him like $20 per thumbnail or $10 per thumbnail, whatever. Like make a deal with them. I think, for my honest opinion, for your type of content, which would be really successful, I think is like a Twitch highlights video, like a 20-minute. Let's say do it once a week. And I know it's going to be a lot of work and it's going to be hard. Like you're going to have to in some way maybe have like a pencil by your desk and like write down a timestamp when like something really funny happened, or find a way to keep track of it. But if you put it together in like one collage, let's say 20-minute video, that video gets, let's say, even if it's like 1,000 views, they're going to be like 20 minutes of watch time, which is going to be really good with the algorithm. And then more and more people are going to see it. And then you're going to draw more people to your Twitter page or your YouTube page, which is going to in turn draw more people.
So is it bad that I upload 2-3 hour long streams in a sense then?
It's not bad. I mean, content in general is never bad. You can never have too much content, but like, I don't think it's the most effective and efficient way to do it. Just my opinion. I think there's better ways to do it, but like YouTube is a thing where you just gotta keep trying it. Like, you know, like as long as you keep doing it, eventually you'll hit a good idea, and then you can run with that for a longer period of time.
To be honest, I've not thought about it really, because I'm so obsessed with Twitch, and I think I'm really good at how I do stuff on Twitch now. I've not really bothered. I've not thought about YouTube.
I think there's potential. I genuinely do, especially for your content.
So you think the best thing for me is to do the 20-minute?
I think a 20-minute highlights video would be not only good because you can promote it on your Twitch. You could say, hey, have a little banner that comes in like at random points, let's say every 10 minutes. Hey, if you missed any of the stream today, it'll be uploaded on YouTube and Twitch. And some people that are actual fans that have already seen the full stream will come back and watch that thing again because they thought it was so funny, or like they want to watch a moment again, right?
Yeah.
And I think that would get you a subscriber, get you a lot of watch time, and then more and more people it would be like a little bit of a snowball effect, and you can kind of grow from there.
That's good. I have thought if I did some sort of YouTube series that was just for YouTube.
That's a lot of work. You could do that, but yeah, I mean, if you have time, you can definitely do that. I think this would be the lesser work option, and your creative time is more spent on the stream, which is the bulk of your income, the bulk of your time, the bulk of your audience.
I don't have any time right now.
Hire some people. Yeah,
I think I will. I think I was actually thinking around like in January, maybe I'll see where I am financially and stuff, and I will probably get someone to do all the editing, because it is. Yeah, I ended up. I used to stay up till like 3 or 4 a.m. after.
Comedian life. That's comedian life, right? That's, you get out of the club like 11. You eat.
Yeah.
You can't sleep from that rush that you had on stage.
That's true.
Your hours were probably like that before, right?
Yeah, but then you just watch Netflix. You're not editing.
That's true. You just cool off. Do you miss the comedy life or no?
Yeah, I do. Like, it's weird. It was nice to have a bit of a break from it because it can be quite intense. But now I do really love it. Like, it is. I think a lot of people, like you said, you want to do stand up. A lot of people look at it like, oh, it's so scary, or I could never do it. But it's like anyone can do it. And as soon as you realize how fun it is, you will probably want to do it forever. Obviously, if you're willing to put the work in.
That's terrifying.
Because it's. Well, the majority of the time it goes well.
Sure.
And that's honestly like that is the most fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best feeling.
I understand. I'm kind of a renaissance man. I kind of like doing everything, a little bit of everything. Like I'm working on a master's degree.
Oh, cool.
In engineering. So, I literally took that just to move to Spain.
Oh.
and then my plans got derailed a little bit, with COVID.
Oh no!
I literally said I need to get out of this place. What's the hardest way to do that? And someone's like, "Oh, you got a master's degree in engineering." Like,
why'd you need to get out of that place?
I'm just bored here. Like my username suggests, I'm really bored.
Okay.
I've had an engineering job for 4 years before this, and that's when I started YouTube and started making videos. And then, kind of a cruel twist of fate, the thing that I really wanted to work towards, which is FIFA and becoming like making FIFA content and making football content. FIFA turned into something I absolutely hated, like hated more than my worst job. So I've had a perspective shift. I'm like, well, maybe I now can promise you, if I really said I'm done with everything else, I'm going to stream 5 times a week. I'm going to upload 5 times a week. I can make an okay living probably playing FIFA. And I have zero desire to do that. Zero.
I understand that. Yeah.
So But like I'll always have an engineering job, so that's life. You can't. I got bits in my phone that I write for like jokes that I'm never gonna tell. So it's like one day, one day that. No, it's funny, but
I think it's worth a go. Like I think it's worth a try, but it's not. Also, you can just do it as a hobby because there's open mics and stuff. But it is a lot of work, but it's it's so rewarding. Like, yeah,
I get that payoff though in YouTube videos in some way as well, which is kind of nice. You write jokes, right? Like the documentary thing or whatever, the 41-minute video, that took me like 3 months. It was a 20,000 word document that I wrote every word. I even translated in Spanish for the 6 people that. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea to get into. I thought it was a good idea. I'm like, there's a lot of Spanish speakers that would really.
Did that take an extra month?
I hired someone to do it. It's not. I don't want to talk about it. It wasn't a great move. Yeah, I don't know. We've been here for an hour, man. I don't know. I don't want to waste any more of your time.
It's okay. I mean, have you got anything else you wanted to sort of know?
I did have a question. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I listened to another podcast of yours. I can't remember what he said. Holly Oates? What is that? Did I say that right? You were on
Hollyoaks.
Hollyoaks.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a show here. It's like set in a college. It's really bad. It's just about it's one of those that's been going on for ages. Just like drama in a thing. But I was just an extra in it. Just in the background.
What was that experience like? I do want to actually know a little bit more about this.
What about being an extra?
Yeah.
It's terrible. Have you ever done that sort of thing? It's really awful. But okay, the problem with extra work is, okay, you're in the background of a scene, whatever. You get I think you'd get like £70 a day, which is fine if you're not doing anything. Because I think
in my money, that's like 150 Canadian. So I'm like, I'm looking pretty
right.
But yeah,
so amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that. I was like 19 or something. But the people that you're around, other extras, are so weird.
Weirdos.
Because you realize. What? Pardon?
You're a weirdo. You have to be, right?
Well, I guess, but I thought, all right, it's just a fun thing. We're in the background of a show. But these people, because they want to be famous, these people, without putting any work in. Like, they do a lot of extra work all the time. And they boast about it and talk about it like they were in this film. I wasn't doing that.
Dude, there's a documentary here on extras. Oh my god, this would be so good.
Yeah, honestly, they're strange people. And I did, when I had my first acting job, one of the actresses on set, I mentioned to her that I used to do extra work, and she said, "You're better off not telling people you did that because they've got a bad reputation. Like everyone hates extras."
Keep that between you. It's like you were in a bad
keep it to yourself.
You were in a racist frat house or something. Like you weren't in. Don't. Actors are a weird bunch in general. No, are actors not a weird bunch?
I think so. Yeah, pretty. I guess pretty arrogant people sometimes. But then I don't know. A lot of them are not. But then a lot of comedians are dicks as well. So
yeah, but they're funny at least for them, right?
That's true. That's a good point. I guess you get them everywhere. I think anywhere where your ego can be inflated.
Sure.
Like that, you're going to get arseholes, aren't you? If you, oh man, when I did Last Christmas.
Yeah, any good stories? This is a good, any good stories from this?
Well, the way you're treated as an actor in something like that is so ridiculous. You can see why people would be arrogant. I got picked up from my house in quite a fancy car. So it was meant to be. It was filmed around central London, but it's too busy, so there weren't any trailers. Instead, there were. They rented out rooms. They booked out rooms in the stupidest hotel I've ever been to. So my place I was in was this hotel room, which was giant. It was probably the size. My room was, I guess, what someone's apartment could be easily. So huge. There was a doorbell on my hotel room, which is, I don't know. That's not normal anywhere, is it? Just in case I'm saying stuff which is just everywhere in Canada.
No, we have a polar bear actually that's outside my house. He greets people.
Yeah. But the way they brought me this ridiculous meal, we had you'll appreciate this on the TV in the hotel room, Sky Sports and everything, which you don't. Which that's you'd have to pay for that. You wouldn't usually get that in a hotel. It was just so fancy. It just felt like I didn't fit in at all. So I can kind of understand why if you're a big actor, you would get arrogant if you're treated like that all the time.
Yeah. I think this is that's a good perspective to have. Like I have a perspective like I'm from this little Eastern European country, like I'm a piece of shit, and that's the perspective. Like we're hated by 80% of the planet. I feel like that's a good perspective to have. Like,
wait, what is that you're hated by everyone?
no, well that's that I think of myself like a piece of shit. Like, anyways, yeah, like, a little too much about myself. I actually had I did a 24-hour film festival with my friend who actually has like a film degree, and he literally asked me to like, hey, you want to be a part of this thing? 48 hours. In 48 hours, they go from nothing to having a 5-minute feature film, which was like, to me, it was like mind blowing. I'm like, I do making FIFA YouTube videos, and I'm surrounded by people with like master's degrees and all these things. They got cameras, they got like $20,000 worth of equipment. So, Saturday morning, it starts Friday night. They announce the rules. They announce what you have to do, blah, blah, blah. These guys stay up all night writing a script, writing out exactly what they want. I go home to sleep. I'm like, fuck that, I'm bored already. I wake up the next morning. They have a full script, where they're shooting the scenes, everything. So from like 7 a.m. to like 10 p.m., we're working on creating 5 minutes of quality cinema. I did that in quotations for anyone listening. Quality cinema. We get to this point where we're putting stuff together. I play a generic Serbian guy or Russian guy in our show. My Serbian friend typecast me in his goddamn fictional 5-minute film. So I'm like, yeah, bro, no problem. That's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
We get to this point where we have like one scene left. We've got like a fake hand that squirts out blood. Like there's a lot of effort that happened here. And one guy says like he has to go to work. And everyone's devastated because he's not the main character at all. He's just a guy that literally is speechless, laying dead on the table in the scene. But we need him to be there because like if we switch him to someone else, it wouldn't make sense.
He has to leave.
He has to leave. He has to go work. He has a real job. He's a waiter. So my friend, everyone, we're just like in a group, like we're just like devastated. Like we just lost like 20 hours. Like we worked a lot of time to this, and like even though it's a small thing, this is a competition. Like these small things matter.
Yeah.
So I think he picked up on that vibe, and he goes off in the corner, and you hear him on the phone, and he's talking. He's like, "Hey, can I like come in later today or whatever?" So he's talking to his manager, and all I hear is like, "Why? Why not? Come on, this is a once in a lifetime thing. Like I need to be here." He's like, "Well, fine. I don't want to be here. I quit." Hangs up.
Are you serious?
He quit his I don't know, he was a decent waiter job in the city. And he's like, guys, I'm fucking doing it. I'm
Oh my god. And all he was doing was laying on the table.
Zero lines. And that's when I know.
I don't know about this guy.
I was like, this is a different breed of human. We've discussed to me this was just like I don't know, I couldn't comprehend. But he loved acting so much. Even the small thing in this, like he knew my friend was like a really good like director or whatever. Like he makes some really quality stuff in the city. Like to him it was like this was big. And I feel like if you want to actually succeed in that, you kind of have to think this way where like even the small opportunities are kind of like potentially big. But
that's why I'm lucky, see, because I don't have to, if I get asked to do an audition that I don't want to do, I just say no. Because I've got stand-up. It's not like I have to take every opportunity like that.
You're okay financially, right? Like you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's you've kind of made it.
That's what I mean. But I'm very lucky. Even when I've not been that great financially, I've still make basically enough off stand-up. It's really up and down. That's the thing with it. Yeah.
If you've made a living from stand-up, like that sentence alone is like that's like 0.1% of people that have done stand-up. That's a really hard thing to do. Yeah. It's just you have this false perception because you see all these comedians and they have like channels and podcasts. And you're like, oh my God, like every comedian's made it. It's like, no, 1,000 of them haven't. And these are the 100 guys or 10 guys that kind of did it.
Yeah, it's true. It's interesting. Yeah. Like I know because American comedians have all got a podcast. Like it's ridiculous.
Everyone.
They've all got like the same, like a studio where it's them and a microphone and they're just talking about, and a lot of them aren't very good. And that's weird.
Transition to 3 months later, you have a podcast and it's not
in a studio.
And it's not very good.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No one has like the balls to tell you. Yeah. Oh, what are you talking about? I was in last Christmas. I'm a big shot.
And it's that whole, it's like, okay, we got another sponsor from Squarespace. Okay.
NordVPN.
Well, yeah, NordVPN. And then there's, Oh, there's the food one. I can't remember.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. A friend of mine just got that deal.
Really?
I forgot that. It's like food delivery or something.
Yeah, where they deliver you the ingredients and you cook it.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but like I've never gotten it because I'm not a weird. I can go to grocery store.
You can buy ingredients yourself, can't you? For probably cheaper.
Yeah, and like I know they're fresh, not shipped in a fucking care package.
Yeah, that's not as big here.
You don't say. You can live in a tight little space, right? Like it's obviously it's easier to get to. Here in Canada, I live like I haven't seen another person in like years.
Oh right, okay, right, that makes sense.
You know, there might be a better service here.
Something Postmates.
Postmates is a mail thing that you print, I think. Oh no, Postmates is the food thing. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be doing that anyway. The 15 minutes of the podcast will be me reading.
It's like, all right, I've gotten every generic sponsor I could get on this platform. I think I'm ready to go back to the show where that's like 6
And then
people.
we're talking about Biden for 5 minutes, with no jokes.
The political climate in America is really rough here tonight.
Yeah, check out the merch, and it's like the merch is just a white t-shirt, and it just says my podcast name. Really terrible.
I would love to see you really phone it in a year from now, and we have the same conversation, but like you're just like 7 different sponsors, and you've got a sponsor on your like shoulder.
Yep. Just completely sold out. Yeah.
All right, dude. An hour and 15 minutes is longer than I do, but this was an awesome thing. Let people know where they can follow you, what you do.
Oh, sure. So Zafar Cakes, Zafar Cakes is my main thing. Twitter and Instagram, but Twitch is obviously my main thing now. If you want to come and say hi there, I'm on most days of the week now. At twitch.tv/Zafar Cakes. That's it, really.
Beautiful. Pick up the merch, folks. I'm going to pick up some nice PES kit for you'll see in one of the videos. So, for me, this was awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.